We have a lot of great agriculture products, as well as in Wichita we have air capital of the world, so a lot of aviation manufacturing as well. Tariffs aren't the right long-term solution, but it has been a vehicle that's actually led to a lot of these trade agreements that we've had. The U.S., Mexico, Canada agreement, the discussions with Japan, and even bringing China to the table to actually start talking about how do we make good trade agreements that we can work on going forward. And I think that's been an effective tool to help make that happen.
But equally, it's hurting your farming industry. And when the government announced that they were releasing a farmers' aid package, you were in support of that, but only because it was supporting the farmers who have been hurt by these tariffs that were supposed to help them in the first place.
What we need to do is get past the process where we're not following trade agreements. Nothing has brought more people out of poverty than free and fair trade and open markets. And that's been a continuous process that we wanted to support. Our farmers, our manufacturers want to continue to do that. They know we want good trade deals. Unfortunately, the tariffs have been the avenue that have brought other countries to the agreement to do that. And so we're continuing to work with other countries throughout the world, China, Japan, and others, as well as addressing what we need to do to resolve those the disputes that are out there, and making sure that we can move forward with good, free and fair trade agreements.
Now, coming up, there are some tense discussions taking place between Beijing and Washington. Would it be a welcome development for you if China agreed to buy more agricultural goods from the U.S.? Well,
that surely would be a positive sign. Obviously, China has taken their own route to follow the trade agreements that they've agreed to over the years. And they've made some commitments along the way. Unfortunately, those always haven't been followed through. So we want to make sure that China agrees to buy additional products, that they do follow through on that. Obviously, that's a boon for American farmers. It's a boon for agriculture around the world in reality.
Do you trust the Chinese as an economic partner?
Well, I think it's kind of one of those things you trust but verify as you go through that process. I mean, that's been a long-standing tradition that we've used in a variety of things. And that's one of the reasons why you set up an organization, have a trade agreement, have a certain defined set of rules, and expect those rules to be followed. But you have a means to adjudicate if there's an issue with those rules being followed.
All right, let's talk about the rules and the rules-based system, because we're here at the WTO, and if anything, the U.S. had been extremely critical of this organization over the last 12 months or so. And if anything, the president has said that this is one of the worst trade organizations that has ever been founded. You're here now as a representative from the United States. Does it make for awkward discussions with your counterparts here?
So there's several of us. There's a bipartisan group of House members, as well as staff from the House and the Senate side, that were here meeting with WTO officials, meeting with members of other member countries as well. Free and fair trade has been such an important aspect for the world. It's lifted more people out of poverty, and the WTO has been an integral part of that through the years. But it is in badly need of reform right now, and the United States and several other countries have brought forth some ideas to address how do we make sure that there's more transparency, notification of changes within countries, making sure that the appellate process works, that it's timely. We really need to work to make sure that we reform it so that it works into the 21st century.
Is there any risk that the U.S. actually leaves the WTO?
Well, I don't know that that's being discussed at any point right now. But the real thing is we want to look at how do we make this organization that has been so successful for the past 2 or 3 decades in terms of helping so many countries come out of poverty. We want to make sure that we get the right reforms in place to move forward into the 21st century.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.